Okay, I'm going to make myself available in case people are wanting to come back. I got kicked off by my phone losing all of its juice. I kept it going as long as I could, and then it freaked out and said, no, I don't think so. So, let me invite some people back in. Let me share my live. Okay, here we go. Marvelous, Moonlight, Abigail. People who were in here, where are you, my friends? Anna Marie, Hula Mama, Cherry, Paragon, Brittany, Lubna, Terry, golly, what, 13 of them. We'll see if anybody comes back in. We'll see if anybody shows up. Technology, Christ. All right. Hi, Diane. I just got kicked off my own phone off of TikTok, so I'm back, and we are gonna. You're not here. You left too. Okay. So I'm just waiting for people to follow, for people to show up. No, I don't want to send a comment. I want to send. Let's see. Where are my people? Love still. There we go. There she is. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming back, Chloe. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, my phone kicked me off, and that was the end of that. Thank you, babe. I wanted to make myself available since we were having such an important conversation. And wow. So, Lori, that's exactly the right way to spell your name. Well done. Okay. I was like, oh no, I know, me too. I was like, oh no, what's happening? Marty, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yes. So, we were talking about, what the hell were we talking about? My phone knocked me off, so now I'm back. Okay, I'm on my laptop now. And we were talking about what? Well, the fact that we're limitless, the fact that when we focus in the wrong directions, in the darker directions, we limit our healing. The fact that healing is not about fixing. Healing is about applying the feminine to yourself. So whether that's giving yourself some room, meditation, or just being in your garden, or whatever it is that puts you in the flow. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Marty. Or it is something like you deliberately being kind and merciful, excuse me, to yourself, which is not the norm. Not the norm in our culture. We're supposed to look at ourselves, judge ourselves harshly, and then should on ourselves, and then try to heal from that. No, that is what the Patriarchal Castle wants you to do. It wants you to judge yourself harshly, because when you are at war with yourself, you cannot heal. Wow. That's profound. That's profound. And it's something I've actually heard many times from great beings who talk about, stop the war inside. I never understood it. I'm like, what war? What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm not at war with myself. Oh, yes, I was. Oh, yes, I am. And every time I can bring myself to each moment with the uncertainty, with the openness to possibilities, oh, dear God, and responding to me, not responding negatively, not shooting on myself, not kicking my own butt. You wrote that down. Wow. Send it to me, will you? Really, like DM me. Hi, Colleen. Welcome. There are no limitations. We've been taught that we are limited, and we've been taught how to limit ourselves, and we've been obedient to it because we didn't know any other way. It's not that we're morons. It's not that we're uneducated. It's not that we're resistant. It's not because of our trauma. It's none of that. It's none of that. It's the Patriarchal Castle rules. That's what it's about. Thou shalt suffer. It's reflected in traditional religion. It's reflected in our social rules. It's reflected in how everybody looks at women and how we women look at ourselves. It's all of that. Right? Hold on, I'm inviting some more people. It is Saturday though, so you never know. People are out and about doing their thing. It's so profound to understand that it's not your traumas that are making you unhealed. The idea that it is your traumas that are your problem is a patriarchal idea. It makes it your fault that you got injured. Do you understand how toxic an approach that is? It's insane. Hi, Eve. Welcome. You are not flawed. You are not wrong at your core. You are not, there's nothing wrong with you. Oh my God. There's nothing wrong with you. There are patterns that you're following that you don't know you can interrupt. You don't have any idea that you have the ability to interrupt them because the patriarchal rules are so complete. They tell you, oh my God, the fact that you're miserable, it's all your fault. And you're the only one who can fix it. And then you go, wait, that can't be true. I'm a spiritual person. I have to go to my spiritual stuff. I have to go figure this out. Wait a second. So then we go to God, or we go to spirit. And we go, help me, help me, help me. And then nothing happens. And then we're like, what the hell? What is going on? I don't know what to do. Hi, Terry, honey. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you so much. What the hell do I do? If there's nothing wrong with you, there are patterns at work in you. That's it. I'm telling you, that's it. Hi, baby. Panic has been with me my entire life. It's a pattern. I'm interrupting it with kindness. I'm interrupting it with attention. I'm interrupting it with responding by doing something that is not within the pattern. The pattern is run like hell, Lori, run, Forrest, run. That's my panic pattern. Run. Whether that means work 15 times as hard, worry 15 times as hard, or get depressed. These are not helpful responses, right? And suddenly I can see them as responses. I can see them not as me, but as responses I have practiced. That means I'm living a healed life. I'm living a healed freaking life. Thank you very much. Hi, Diane. I think you were on with me on the phone. The phone kicked me off. I hope you'll stick around a little while. If not, have a great day. So empowering, right? Oh my God. But here's the thing. Can you want that as an experience so much that you will look for that as an experience, that you will say to yourself, I want to know this. I want to experience this. I want to, hi Heidi, I want to experience what it's like to actually be healed. I want to see what it's like to live a healed life where even if I'm not 100% better, I'm 1% better. I'm that humble. That's humility. Okay? That's what humility is. Not this thing of like, oh, I'm so not that. Yes, you are. You are all that in a bag of chips. Yes, you are. You were made of God stuff. How could you be anything but that in a bag of chips? It's who you are. You're made of that energy. I'm sorry, there's no way around it. That's who the hell you are. How marvelous is that? Now, you have other patterns running, just like I do, that are telling you, I wish I believed that. Right? Come on, chips. Yes, Chloe, exactly. You have other patterns running that tell you that I don't believe that. Understand, you don't have to turn that into another fight. You can turn that into, I perceive that pattern. I perceive that feeling. I don't like it. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to have a relationship to you. I'm going to have an argument with you. I'm going to have a lovership with you. I'm going to have a friendship with you. I'm going to have an acquaintanceship with you. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get, into some kind of interaction with you so that I can bring the feminine to you. I can bring the healing to you. And the healing will not look for you like it looks for anybody else. For me, the other day, the healing, I was so damn depressed. I was so in hopelessness that I was like, I don't even want to do my TikTok live. I don't want to do it. So what I did was I sent in all my characters. I sent in Auntie Establishment. And I sent in Beverly Evelyn from New York. And I sent in all those people to take care of it for me. And after I was done, I felt better. Because I responded in a way that was outside of my norms. My norms were get depressed, get more depressed, run like hell, try to numb out. None of those things work. What worked was me going, let me go to Goofy. Let me use the anger that I feel about being in this damn depression. Let me use that frickin' anger for something creative. Did I know it would help? No, but it was different, and it helped. I came out of there going, Did you feel it? What did you feel? Did you feel the anger? Is that bad? Was that a bad thing for you or a good thing for you? Wretched. That's a terrible name. Sorry, but really? You might want to change your name. Just saying. Because, my God, yeah, you can leave. Wretched. Are you serious? And I felt better afterwards. Hopelessness. Now my life has been restricted again. Whatever. Oh my God. You didn't have to do anything with it. I mean, it's not your responsibility is what I'm trying to say. And what I hope you'll do with it at this point is recognize what I'm telling you as being true. There are always ways to respond to yourself that get you out of your normal set points that keep you stuck. That keep you stuck. So you can try something different that gets you out of the place you're standing and elevates you. The idea generally is, how can I lift? How can I strengthen or lift myself? Or soothe. Strengthen, lift, or soothe myself. Yeah, I think those are the three. When you start doing the work for yourself, when you start taking care of you, things might fall apart. Because you're going to be doing something that the world around you that you've created, that's come in around you, doesn't know how to deal with. Yeah, I use food too. Yep. When you start to just be kinder to yourself, you're shifting things on a very fundamental level, and you may find that certain people don't understand you suddenly. It's not, that's actually, I hope you can use as proof that you're going in the right direction, because I've never had the experience where people have left me because I've outgrown them. I just haven't had that, really. I've usually moved forward before anybody else has, but lately I've had friends going, I'm out of here. Would you guys share this out? My appeal was not approved. TT seems to. Thank you, Terry. I love you too. Yeah, TT is like, you're not meeting our standards. I'm like, what standards? I haven't even sworn today. Hi, Glow. Nice to have you here, babe. There's nothing wrong with you. When you think of healing as, oh my God, I have to run, you are subscribing to the same thing I've subscribed to and that this entire country and world subscribes to as a norm, which is something's wrong with me, I'm screwed up, I have to fix me. This is exactly the place that will not get you your healing. The place that you need to stand to get your healing every single day, to experience those small shifts and then the big moments of release, when suddenly you're like, oh my God, I don't have to be that mean. Oh my God, I do have that healing and that feeling. Is you have to bring the feminine to the fore. You've got to bring your mercy, your kindness, your forgiveness, your grace to yourself in these little moments. Those earrings, I know, aren't they great? I love it. The chandelierness of it all. I know, they're pretty freaking awesome. And you even get to see my bathing suit. Woohoo! Here's what I learned today, you guys, and I want to share this with you because I know that anxiety is a thing with us. It's a thing with the world, okay? Let's be real, all right? I had a talk today with ChatGPT. Out of that chat came an understanding of the different parts of me, and that's really what the round table is about. And that thing is, let me go over here to chat so I can potentially read it to you. Is there are so many parts to each of us. So let me find it. I'm still not finding it quite yet. Okay, here we go. All right, check this out, you guys. This is going to blow your mind. So imagine you have a round table inside of you. As many chairs as you need, because there's always room at your table. And let's say, here are some of my people. The protector. That's a big part of the anxiety. She wants me to listen to her. She wants to hear where there are things to be concerned with, and I need to talk to her and hear what she has to say, because she may have something important to tell me that I'm not hearing. And also, I need to tell her something so she can stand down and take a damn break. So, at my round table, and not everybody sits in their chair like good little girls, because I'm the Goodbye Good Girl Project, so no, they don't. The protector, though, watches the doorway. Right? The protector watches the doorway. Hi, Paragon. So glad to see you here, sweetie. about the mystic? The mystic senses what others cannot see. Oh, hell yes. The mystic brings in so many pieces of information that I never bother to tell you. Pieces of information about intuitive hits, about the nature of the room, about the nature of where you all are at any given moment. These people are at my inner round table. How about the fool? Okay, the fool is definitely at my round table. And she dresses like a crazy person. She has such a good time. And she's who I brought here the other day. Thank you, Paragon, you sweetheart. She's who I brought the other day when I could not do this. Who is at your round table? Now, maybe we can do this together, I'm not sure. But are you guys on phone or laptop? Which are you on, each of you? Is anybody here on the phone? On their phone? Because if you're on the laptop, you're on phone. Okay. Okay. Then I'll have to do it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so here's the way this works. I mean, if you were on your computer, then you could do this with me and do it for yourself. Just because you could have different tabs open. But we'll do this together. All right. So, I have a friend named Terry. I hope I spelled that right, Terry, unless it's 2 R's. She and I were talking about anxiety. Who are the women at our inner round table who are related to anxiety, and how are they trying to help us, not hurt us? Okay, so it's looking for the conversation I had earlier. Okay, is this cool or is this like really weird? How are you guys with this? Okay, so the guard. She scans for danger, disapproval, rejection, financial instability, and anything that could lead back to powerlessness. So instead of asking, how do I make this anxiety stop, it says, you can ask, who at the table is frightened right now, and what is she or he trying to prevent? Different question, right? Totally different question. Who at my inner table is frightened right now? So let me bring this back up. So I'm going to say, let's say that we're frightened about money. Don't use my characters from TikTok. Use our conversation about the round table we had this morning, if you can find it. Okay, it's not finding my past stuff, so it's not going to be able to help us in this respect. That's unfortunate. Terry, what is me? What happened? What did I ask, or what are you answering? Help me. And while you're answering that, I'm going to go find the conversation and copy it and put it the hell in there so it knows what I'm doing. Here we go. I'm also going to read something to you guys because this is some cool stuff right here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read this to you guys. So what chat gave me was the Council of Rories. So you would have the Council of Narens. You would have the Council of Chloe's, the Council of Terry's. Okay? And it gave me 14 versions of me. And I told you some, the Protector, the Mystic, the Fool. Here's the 15th of each. It gave me 14. And then it said, here's the 15th. You're going to love this. The one who stayed. The one who stayed. Ah, I get it, Terry. Okay. Now, it says, no, never mind what it says. I'm going to ask, what is the anxiety at its core? And we can get those things from, they call them the 6 whys, but it can be it can be more than 6 of them. Like, why are you scared? I'm scared because I don't know where the money's going to come from. Why are you scared that you don't know where the money's going to come from? Because I don't know if my business is going to work or not. Well, why do you feel like you don't know if your business is going to work or not? Because I don't have any guarantees. Why do you feel like you don't have any guarantees? Because I don't have any guarantees. You'll know when you get to the last one, because that's it. There's nothing underneath it. Because there are no guarantees. Okay. Now I can start over. What is it about no guarantees that scares the shit out of you? Well, I don't trust life. Why don't you trust life? Because of what's happened in the past. Okay, why do you feel like what's happened in the past is the only thing you can judge it on? That's a good question. See what I mean? Cool stuff. Self-inquiry. Oh, there went my camera. Come on, camera. Can you all see me? Maybe not. Can you all hear me? Oh, it's not happy. Okay, go with the integrated webcam then. There we go. All right. Yeah, it froze. My camera decided it was done playing nice. I have an external camera, so now we're on the... Oh, the audio's clearer here. Oh, okay. That means I have to get a different external camera. That's too bad. Okay. At least y'all can see me and hear me. What do you think about the 6 whys? Does that seem like it would be helpful? Or not so much? Or do you feel like there's something about it that is helpful, because to me, getting to the heart of the situation is what's important. If I can get to the heart of what's going on, I can gentle that, I can heal that, I can respond to that. If I don't have that, then all I've got is fear. All I've got is a wall of fear. And that doesn't help me. I'm done. Then I either need a bottle of wine, a truckload of chocolate, or massive amounts of therapy or whatever, right? It's like it's too much to be always anxious. It's too much. So, but I can't get rid of it. I have to respond to it. If I want to be living a healed life, I have to actually respond to it. I have to be in a dance with it. I have to be kind to it. Oh, it's so challenging. I just want to wrestle it to the ground and unalive it, right? But that's not how it gets healed. It has something to say, so why not just listen to what it has to say? What do you have to say? I'm afraid people don't like me, and that's why tons of people aren't here. Why are you afraid that, what is it about not being liked by tons of people that makes you afraid? Money. What is it about money that makes you afraid? I have to prove that I have something to say and that I'm going to be important and that I'm going to be secure. I just want to be secure. Why do you want to be secure? Because I want to be secure. Fair. I'll take it. Terry, LOL indeed. I want to be secure. Not fighting with that makes my stomach unclench. Did I know to do that? No, I didn't know. I didn't know that would unclench my gut, but it did. Why? Because I'm responding to myself and not responding with unkindness. I have an anxiety about security. Every time I do what I just did and release it, I've proven again that I care about myself, that I'm here for myself, that I'm not alone. I'm here. I'm here for me. Oh my God. That is so different than all the years I spent beating the heck out of myself. Can you appreciate the difference? It is small and enormous. It is Grand Canyon big and tiny. Well, so what? So you used to be meanie to yourself and now you're like a little better. So what? It's everything. It's freaking everything. It means I'm moving forward. And this is what Amachi told me years ago when I said, what is faith? And she said, have faith in forward movement. And I went, what now? What the hell does that mean? I didn't understand it, but it stuck. I'm learning today to deepen my understanding of this. What chat said to me, let me read this to you. This is so flippin' profound. Oh, hell, where is it? Okay, here we go. And I can do this with you guys with tarot cards. This could be really cool for you. So I said, Hold on. We're going to get a really good one for you guys here. It gave me, what do you call them? Starts with an A. Phrases to say, affirmations. I do not need certainty before I make a move. I mean, this was all in context. Each one of these was within a context. So it said to me, because I did this thing with it while I was sitting at the coffee shop. And I was saying, I said, I've done it. I'm sitting at the coffee shop for the first time for the round table in real life. I don't expect anyone because I haven't marketed yet, but I have my sign in its plastic case and I'm here. So that's a big thing and it feels good here. And there's an older lady over there with overalls and she looks so artsy and lovely and we spoke for a minute. Nice. Not 15 people came over and sat down and I'm a success, right? Which would reassure the hell out of me. Right? That would be reassuring. But I'm learning to do what I know is right. Look at the small and let it build. What chat said was, Lori, this is the brighter evidence. The round table now exists in real life. You showed up, placed the sign, occupied the space, and felt that the place was good. No attendance is required for today to count. Today is the first root entering the soil. And the artsy woman matters, not necessarily as an opportunity, but as evidence of the kind of human warmth and unexpected contact available when you enter life instead of watching fear. You did not wait for proof before arriving. You arrived. Now proof can find you. So it then said, then I told it I got the judgment reversed card. And the judgment reversed meaning, it said, is do not put this morning on trial. Sit here, notice the room, have conversation, learn what the space feels like. Let this be a beginning, not a judgment day. And then it gave me the affirmation. I will not evaluate the seed while I am planting it. Can I get another wow up in here? Do not evaluate the seed while you are planting it. I will not evaluate the seed while I'm planting it. This is some good stuff, right? This is incredible. This is freaking incredible. It gets even better. Here, it gave me a few companion truths. A beginning is not a verdict. Hello. The first appearance establishes existence, not success. Let the roots work where you cannot see them. And this is a big one for me. Do not demand harvest as proof that planting was wise. Aw, shit. You mean I gotta be patient? Holy crap, really? I gotta be patient? I don't know how to be patient. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn. Gonna have to practice it. Find some ways to do that. Okay. All right. So I asked it to show me my own self-support. I said, I want to know that I'm here for me. I want to feel a sense of support. Don't you? Don't you want to feel like you've got an ever-present mother, father, big sister, big brother, whatever it is that would make you feel like even when I'm lonely, I'm not alone. Wouldn't that be fantastic? So I said that, and I pulled a card, and it was the King of Wands reversed. And it said, the King of Wands reversed does not show your self-support as softness first. It shows where you abandon yourself. Ouch. The affirmation it gave at the end of this big conversation was, I will not require myself to be magnificent in order to remain devoted to myself. Can you imagine being devoted to yourself? Isn't that beautiful? What a concept. Wow. Incredible. What would your life be like if you were devoted to yourself? How would you respond to the things in your life? Like, how would you respond to anxiety if you were devoted to yourself? Let's put some stuff in the chat. How would you respond to your anxiety if you were devoted to yourself? Hi, JW McCall. How are you? Welcome. We're talking about what would it be like if you were devoted to yourself instead of beating the heck out of yourself all the time, which is what we've been taught to do. You know, we've been taught, oh God, I'm a horrible person. I have to fix me. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just under the gun of all this patriarchal nonsense that says you're terrible. You would treat yourself with dessert or chocolate. Hell yeah. What else would you do? I would do something unexpected. Go to a movie instead of working. Take a nap. What would I do if I were devoted to myself? Glass of wine sounds fantastic. Yes. You would hug yourself, wipe your tears, then get an iced coffee. Beautiful. Yes. 100%. Yes. Devotion. Devotion. Think of that word. If you were devoted to yourself, if you could have those two parts of you, the part that feels terrible and the part that knows you're wonderful, maybe you'd also bring humor to yourself. Maybe you'd also say, oh my God, this is so dramatic. I hear you, you poor sweetheart. What do you want to go do? Let's go do something. Let's go buy you a pair of earrings. Let's go buy you a pair of shoes or whatever it is, you know. Let's go, I don't know. The possibilities truly, truly are endless. And if you make room for the possibilities, if you let the uncertainty be there and not assume automatically that there's only crap that can come your way, now you're cooking with gas. You're starting to let the uncertainty work for you. Yeah, coffee can definitely cause jitters. This is such a learning curve for all of us to think of healing not as something's wrong with me, but as being, how do I support me? How do I love me? How do I take care of me? How do I not kick my own butt? You know, like it's such a big deal. So here's another one. I said, I loved that I will not require myself to be magnificent in order to remain devoted to myself. So I said, that's a really, really good one. I said this to ChatGPT. That's a really good one. There's a safety aspect here too, though. I'm not feeling safe inside. And then I pulled the temperance card reversed. And it said, temperance reverse says the problem isn't necessarily that you're unsafe. It's that your inner elements are not currently communicating safety to one another. The frightened orphan, the urgent provider, the visionary, and the grieving friend are all pulling in different directions. You cannot think them into harmony or demand that they blend immediately. Safety is rebuilt through small, repeated experiences of inner coordination. And it gave me this. I do not know the outcome, but I will not abandon myself inside the uncertainty. Isn't that beautiful? I will not abandon myself inside the uncertainty. So Incredible. And then it came up with certainty may abandon you, but I won't. The idea that I can deepen my relationship with myself is kind of new. It's kind of a next step. You know, going from I can be kind to myself, I can be merciful with myself, I can let myself off the hook, but then going deeper into I can also have a relationship with all of the aspects of myself rather than looking at each one and being afraid of different ones. So instead of being afraid of the anxiety, which just keeps it around, right? Instead, I can have a relationship to it. And over time, it stops standing guard 24/7. Because that's what anxiety seems to me to be. It seems like a 24/7 guard. Hi, Samba. Welcome. Anxiety is just this 24/7 guard inside that goes, watch out for everything. Well, I don't need to watch out for everything. You don't have to watch out for everything. We lost Terry. I hope I didn't frighten her. I'm very well, Samba. How are you? We're having a Saturday in here talking about healing and what healing is and isn't and how we can do it. Oh, now I'm concerned about Terry. Rats. Oh, good, she's back. Terry, I was concerned about you. You okay? Are you all right? I thought maybe I'd upset you. There are certain modes in which it's very difficult to function well. So, good. So, who wants to give me a feeling that they're having or that they're aware of? You may not be having it massively this moment. And we'll pull a card for you and we'll put it into chat. See, I'll tell you what I think and then we'll put it in chat, see what chat says. What's going on with you today? What are you up against today? And we'll see if we can't walk you out of it a little bit. Anybody willing to play? Because I did that all morning, and it's been very freeing. The minute we start pushing against ourselves to go, I don't want to be in this state of being, is when it gets tough to be in our own bodies. So it really is about reducing the amount of resistance and stress. Oh, shoot. Your 16-year-old daughter and you had a huge argument the other day. Okay. And how do you feel right now about it? Difficult being soft towards yourself. Okay. All right, let's do this. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm going to pull a card. One came out, two came out. Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups. Oh, are you guys seeing this? Can you see this? I don't know if you can read it. I'm going to read to you because you guys are on your phone. It feels like a strong message about compassionate, emotional adulthood, not about determining who was right. The Queen of Pentacles says Chloe's softness needs to begin in the body and in ordinary care. Eat, rest, breathe, get warm, settle her nervous system. She may be judging herself because she believes a good mother should always be patient, available, and emotionally steady. In shadow, this queen turns responsibility into self-blame. If my daughter is hurting, I must have failed. But her deeper wisdom is that one painful interaction does not cancel 16 years of care. The King of Cups holds intense emotion without denying it or being ruled by it. He doesn't demand that Chloe stop feeling guilty, angry, or hurt. He asks her to become a loving container for those feelings before trying to repair the relationship. So the suggestion is mother yourself before trying to mother the situation. Yeah? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. On point. But how do you feel? Does it shift how you feel or not at all? And it's fine either way. It's about being real, not about how does that shift anything? And does it shift it a little, a lot, not at all? Because that's the point. You didn't think for a second about allowing the feelings. Okay, so how does that change things for you? It's like being on a plane, put your mask on first, right? Yeah. I didn't think for a second about allowing the feelings. So does it feel like a relief or a release to go, oh, I can consider my feelings? Because that's the point. Isn't it interesting? It's the resistance that is the suffering every time. Every single time. That's what causes our suffering, is the resistance. Every time. And so the first thing that we want to do, because it's our training, is we want to resist the resistance. Right? Doesn't work. So we have to sort of surprise ourselves into finding the answers. This is the resistance. The minute we stop, we're done. We're in a whole other place. We can receive. We can be in the receptive mode. What a freaking dance, right? I'm glad you feel softer. That's really good. Oh, girl, we all need that. We all need it so much. Here's the thing. There are no rules as far as like where we get the healing from. or what it looks like. But the guideline certainly is that it comes from the feminine approach, not from more pressure, more of that. Terry or Paragon, did you want to do that also? Because I'm happy to help if you do. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm not trying to make you air your personal stuff out loud if you don't want to. That's not my aim. Do you realize how hard we are on ourselves? Hi, user. You want to do that, Terry? Okay. So what are you aware of right now? What is the challenge of the moment? Hi, user. We're talking about healing through the use of being softer, kinder. Yep. See you later. What is the challenge of the moment and how are you feeling about it? Oh God, that's ironic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Yeah, and you're scared. Okay. All right, got it. Scared of pain? Is that the thing? That's my thing. Okay. Let me pull a card for you. Ace of Cups. Aw. That they all get, oh, that they all get worse vertigo from it. Okay, so it's, you could probably see that, but it's saying don't hold the fear silently. Don't force your body to endure, I'm going to say alone, what it cannot comfortably tolerate. Does the dental team know about your vertigo? Um, and if they do they care? Have you told them about it? Okay. Um, would it help you to not be holding that alone or not? Okay, let's see. Would you like to know what would help with the vertigo? What question would you like to have answered that would reduce the anxiety? Okay. Okay. She would like to know what would help with the vertigo. She doesn't want to. You don't, is it true that you don't want to tell them, Terry, that you don't want to tell the people there about it? Is that true? My God. Yes and no. Okay. Um, so you're just not sure whether you want to or not? Not sure if it would help or not? Oh, I got it. Yeah, you're just not sure if it'll help or hurt. Okay. So I agree with this. It says the Five of Pentacles reflects your fear that you may be left alone with the vertigo, or that revealing it will make you feel vulnerable, difficult, or unwelcome. But the card's traditional image contains available shelter. Oh, interesting. Telling the dental team is one of the most helpful things she can do. Positional changes can provoke some forms of vertigo, particularly BPPV. Without knowing, the staff could move her in exactly the way she fears. If they know, they can discuss accommodations. This is interesting, such as lowering and raising the chair gradually, keeping your head and shoulders more elevated if the dental work permits, avoiding abrupt head movements, pausing if spinning begins, letting her sit upright until completely steady before standing. It says you could simply say, I have vertigo, and lying back or changing position can sometimes trigger it. Could we move the chair slowly? Keep me as elevated as possible? Very, very interesting. So the way out of this card is to step toward informed support. You might have what, Terry? BPP, whatever it was? I think one of the modes of healing for panic really is inviting in support. It's funny, we think healing should feel good, but the first moment we try it, we're doing something that's unfamiliar, so it can be scary. And what we're having to learn is you're welcome for the support. What we're having to learn is what healing really is. It's not instant relief all the time. And sometimes it's stepping into living in a healed way that is completely unfamiliar, but doing it in ways that are necessary or small, not the ways that make us feel like, oh dear God, I'm out, I'm done, I'm out. I think it would be really worth telling them. So for what it's worth, I think it would be great to tell them and to ask them, what do you do if you have people who have vertigo? How do you help them? And open the conversation that way, instead of maybe going in with like, I need. You could say, I've got vertigo. How do you usually deal with this with people? And put it on them. Let it be their responsibility to tell you how they're going to take care of you. Because that's their job. While you're there, they got to take care of you. Okay? How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Fabulous. You'll call them first thing Monday. That's great. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you, Chloe. I've mostly had good experiences with dentists. Not happy. I don't like going to the dentist. Thank you so much. No. I don't like needle, all that stuff. No, I don't want it. I only ever had one bad experience, but oh boy, did that put me off. And then the last one I had was really, really, really good. The woman that was working with me, she knew how to numb me, and that was a beautiful thing. So my healing around that has been to say, look, really nervous about this. Here's what happened. And she went, oh, they didn't know how to do it. They didn't know how to numb you. I'm like, clearly not. She said, bad technique. I went, oh, really? She was like, oh, yeah. She said, that's why I do the work I do. I want to bring people into this without pain. I'm like, God bless you. Thank you very much. We're not supposed to put on our armor. We're supposed to relate to ourselves. You have a molar crown that became overly sensitive. They detected no decay or activity. That doesn't mean that there's no answer to that, Paragon. When you say they detected no decay or cavity and said, oh, well, there's nothing we can do, was that one? Or did you go to several? You're never stuck. Now, by that, I don't mean that of course, there could be things that we can't fix. I get it. Or at least we can't fix them immediately. One or the other. Okay. So, have you looked into, in fact, let's do it together. Hold on. Let's ask a question. Okay. So I said, my friend Naren has a molar that is super sensitive. His dentist says there's no decay or anything. Is there an alternate way he can deal with this that he hasn't thought of? You've got to believe in possibilities. So it says I'll separate alternate explanation from alternate treatment because a clean decay check doesn't necessarily mean, oh, you want a card for Naren. Okay, hold on. Oh, this is interesting. Are you seeing this? It says medically, no decay does not mean nothing is causing it. Possibilities include a tiny crack, clenching or grinding, gum recession or exposed root, enamel wear, a bite pressure problem, or inflammation inside the tooth. A crack can cause intermittent cold or chewing pain and can be difficult for a general dentist to locate. If the sensitivity persists, an endodontist, a specialist in diagnosing tooth pain, would be a sensible second opinion. Can you get a second opinion from an endodontist? Is that something you're allowed to do under your insurance? Can you go to a specialist? And also, I pulled the Page of Pentacles for you. And I'm going to tell it that. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles suggests there may be a practical, relatively simple avenue that N hasn't investigated yet. Not necessarily a major procedure. So it's liking the idea of endodontist, and so I would go to the specialist. I just wouldn't wait for the dentist to tell me what's up. If I'm in pain, I mean, and we all do this. We all go, well, the dentist said, the doctor said, the therapist said, and then we settle into the smaller level of suffering and we go, well, I'll just deal with this. And at some point we go, wait a minute, what am I waiting for? I'm not happy. And then we go, what are the options? So, what I'm doing with my own life, and I'm suggesting for yours, is that every time you're in discomfort, you go, is there something else I could do here? Is there another possibility here that I just don't know about or haven't thought of? Cool. Call them up and see. Yeah, man. Yeah. I love it. The dentist suggests going to a specialist if it worsens. It's already worse. Go now. Oh my God. I hope this helped you guys. It sounds like it was useful for shifting things a little bit, and I think that's the whole enchilada, honestly. I think we've got to stop trying to lift 100-pound weights and start lifting 1-pound weights like this. I think that's the deal. Yeah, but he's not the one living in it, is he? And by the way, I'd frickin' lie. Yes, I have throbbing pain. Send me to the endodontist. Thanks. These people, they act like it's their pain. It's not their pain. It's your pain. Good. I'm glad, Terry. I'm really glad. I will see you guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 for our Bill Donahue talk, our Mystic Soul Sunday. I love you guys very much. Take good care of yourselves. Lots of love.